Bobby Brown's appearance on Club Shay. Bobby Brown made an appearance on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay. Lots and lots of questions being asked, but one very big question was asked to Bobby Brown. Who is closer to MJ? Is it Usher or is it Chris Brown? And Bobby Brown gave a response.
Who is the closest thing to Michael?
I would go with Chris Brown.
Really?
I would go with Chris Brown.
Because of the dancing and the singing aspect
Chris
of it?
Brown is a dancer, singer, slash great entertainer.
Right, okay.
He goes out there and he does the ultimate stuff on stage, and you just have to love it. Usher's also a great entertainer, but I gotta go with Chris on being as close to Michael as anybody could ever get.
And it was great to see Breezy at the Grammy get to win that
finally
Grammy. To finally get his due. Long overdue, but hey, right on time.
Yes.
Usher said he looked up to you.
Yeah.
He said because you kind of related to you in the industry more than anyone else. When you hear one of this generation's great performers, one of these great R&B singers says that, Bobby was kind of the muse that I used to kind of develop what I did. How did it make you feel?
Makes me feel great because he's a great entertainer. I've known Usher since he was 12, 12 years old, and just seeing his growth in the industry and seeing how well he holds himself up, how well he takes care of his business. I'm really proud of him.
Do you remember the first time? Did he come to your show? Was it an arranged meeting? Do you remember? You say you've known him since he was 12. How did that meeting happen?
I had a security guard who found Usher, and he brought him to the shows. Okay. He brought him to the studios. I had a studio in Atlanta, Georgia, and he just was always around. Okay. He brought him to be around me and to learn what this thing of ours is all about. Right.
And that was Bobby Brown giving his opinion on who is closer to MJ, giving the nod to Chris Brown. I don't disagree.
I can have an argument for Usher.
What's the argument for Usher?
I mean, because Usher was before Chris Brown. Now, they offer. Now, I'm going to be the first to say I haven't really seen a Chris Brown show.
Oh man, you're missing out.
So
I mean, you ain't never seen him live, just on even on an award show or TV.
Yeah, I've seen him on that. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, he's a hell of a talent. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front, but you can't skip past Usher and go to Chris Brown because before Chris Brown, it was Usher. Usher was that. He still is that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't take nothing away from Chris because, like I said, he got some bangers too. He got a hell of a catalog and shit like that. So, I guess where he going at is he can pull people from all across genre with his music. I think Usher can too, but does it resonate? Well, his older music resonate with younger people. But does Chris Brown music resonate with, if you really look at it, both of them resonate with both younger and older. So, You know what I'm saying? I just, like I said, only reason why I say he agreed with Chris Brown because they have a similar image as far as a bad boy image coming up in the game. That's the reason why I feel like he gave him the edge.
Okay, well, Charles says Chris Brown doesn't have an album close to the level of Confessions.
I get it, and that's why I was thinking to myself, like, I don't recall a full album of Chris Brown have nothing from bangers from start to finish. Yeah. Confession does. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I was like, I don't agree with that. Usher is more transcending. You feel what I'm saying? And he has album classics. Chris Brown don't.
Yeah, that is true. I can't think of a classic Chris Brown album.
Right, he got hit songs.
Yeah, he got hits.
He got hella five hits. I can't take that from him, but when we talk about a whole album, now that takes Usher to another level.
Yeah.
And then look at it. How many? Bobby Brown only got one classic album.
Nah, Bobby Brown is nah.
Well, wait a minute. Well,
because you got to include the New Edition albums he was on.
No, I'm talking about him singular by himself. You can't take him away from New Edition. All he had was
My Prerogative.
My Prerogative. That was it.
Didn't he have an album after that made some noise?
No, because we can't talk about it. Yeah. That's the thing. So he only had one classic album. Usher got more classic album than Bobby Brown. If you want to be real. Yeah.
Well, I guess if we're talking albums.
We just said he only got My Prerogative that we remember.
Yeah.
That's it. Usher got Confession.
8087, whatever.
Right, yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Usher beats Bobby Brown.
Well, yeah.
He does. Bobby Brown got hits. He's another Chris Brown. You can't take nothing away from him. They have hits. But when it comes to catalog album-wise, Usher beats both of them.
Yeah, Usher beats Bobby Brown and
Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He does.
I mean, if we're talking the entire discography,
Yes, he does.
Yeah, because Bobby's solo career was really only... I think people really downplay Bobby Brown's career in the late 80s because that was the era when Michael Jackson was not as popping but was popping because that was the Bad era. And Bad is a great album, but it's nowhere near Thriller or Off the Wall.
He was popping. And
that's what I'm saying. That left the door open for Bobby to come in. And Bobby was that dude in 88.
Okay, but listen though. All right, so this is where the door is left open because people started... Mike music was trying to be boxed in as pop.
Yeah.
So, and since Bobby was coming in the R&B side, there was like you was able to open the door and somebody was able to have room to come in. You feel what I'm saying? Because Mike was dominating on pop charts all day, even though he has R&B songs on his album and shit like that. But most of his hits are pop hits.
Yeah, you are correct. Wow. So yeah, I would give the edge. I would say Usher.
That's Usher.
Usher to me makes better music, but I think Chris Brown is the better performer. I think Chris Brown has the edge on dancing, I should say.
Okay. What?
I think Chris Brown is a better dancer than Usher, and I'm not saying it's a blow. It's a major.
It's close.
No, it's very
you
close.
Say it's close. Okay, all right.
But
I can go with that.
Yeah,
because I'm about to say Usher can dance now.
I never said he couldn't. This isn't to take any props away from Usher. To me, I just feel like Chris Brown is the better dancer. There's more energy. Usher is real smooth with his movements, but Chris is more...
Remember, he's older now.
Yeah, well, no, I'm talking about even in his prime.
No, if you go back...
Because Usher was real smooth with his moves, whereas Chris is just like energetic on some crumping shit.
Well, because his music is energetic music.
Yeah, but that's the type you can say, the music influences their dancing.
Right.
But,
so if Usher's just deliberately sudden delibery movements, it's based on the music where... Chris shit is like more up tempo, upbeat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you got.
But I do think Usher makes the best music between the two, between him and Chris Brown.
He makes the best music.
Chris Brown be borderline rapping.
Yeah, he does. He want to touch the rapping R&B side. He wanted to bring in both.
Yeah.
But Usher beats him and Bobby Brown. Yeah. He beat both. I
think both of them beat Bobby Brown in terms of consistency.
Yeah, because he only had one.
Bobby was only hot for like 3-4 years.
Yeah, because he only had Prerogative, and then he got married with Whitney.
Yeah, and that's how he kept his name.
That's how he kept his name going.
And then rejoined New Edition.
Before rejoined New Edition.
Well, I mean, he married
the Coke scandal between him and Whitney and shit like that, the party, and then reuniting with New Edition.
Wait, he was with Whitney when he rejoined New Edition, right?
Yeah. He was still with him.
Yeah, so I mean, basically after his solo career, the one album,
Scandals.
He kept his name in the news
because of it being him attached to Whitney.
Yeah, but I always give Bobby credit.
And Whitney was popping then because she did a Super Bowl. It's right before
Bodyguard.
Yeah, all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So
That was Whitney's prime.
That was Whitney's prime. So he was able to keep his name alive by being married to her.
Yeah. Cool.